One Zambia, one nation. Hello and welcome to the news to present. My name is Henry Himonde. Let's take a look at the headlines in our news. Makassa University students riot. Government constructs 1.2 million kwacha bridge in Zambezi District. Plus, Commonwealth gold medalist Sam Konga doubtful of Budapest World Athletic Championship participation. And now the news in detail. Students at Makassa University in Zambezi District have staged a riot following the death of a student under mysterious circumstances. Makassa University Assistant Registrar in charge of Public Relations and Administration, Tabitha Nkomesha, said the riots at the university were fueled by reports of the death of 20-year-old David Mbale, a first-year animal science student from Ndola who was found unconscious in his room. Henry Lompa Jr. now gives us the details.
They have run amok, blocking part of the Great North Road with burning tires following the death of their fellow student David Banda, a first-year animal science student who died under mysterious circumstances. These are students at Makassa University in Zambezi District who were in mourning mode and blaming the university health staff for negligence. The university administration is saddened with this development and has since appealed to the students to remain calm.
Makassa regrets to announce the death of Mbale David, a first-year student in animal science, originally from Ndola. David became unconscious yesterday, 13th August 2023, after returning from HH service. His roommates rushed him to Makassa University Clinic, where efforts to resuscitate him were unsuccessful, and his body was transported to the mortuary. Makassa University mourns with the family and is making all efforts to lighten the burden on the family. We would like also to appeal to our students to remain calm and restrict their movements within campus and avoid damage to property.
Makassa University Union President Brian Walia says the death of their colleague could have been avoided.
We cannot continue losing lives here. Yes. We are not chickens but human beings. Hey. In January we lost a student. Our university is located in the middle of nowhere. Yes. If you want to reach town or the general hospital, it takes about more than 1 hour. When that student got sick and went by the clinic, no one was there, it was closed.
Police in the district acted swiftly to contain the situation and continue to negotiate with the students to unblock the road. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
President Hakainde Hichilema has held private talks with visiting Chinese Minister of Agriculture and Rural Affairs Tang Rianjin. The meeting, which lasted hours, was held at State House. Briefing the media after the closed-door meeting, Minister of Agriculture Mtolo Piri said the meeting was premised on establishing joint farming ventures. The minister explained that the two countries want to establish ventures relating to irrigation, water harvesting, and management. Mr. Piri further announced that China has offered to provide Zambia with high-tech agriculture machinery to boost the sector. The visiting Chinese Minister of Agriculture has also visited a number of state and private farms to appreciate what Zambia is currently doing in the agriculture sector.
No, it's going to be. The main areas of focus that we have discussed and what the minister discussed with the president are: one, on joint venture farming activities between Zambia and China. Secondly, issues where Zambia can benefit in terms of irrigation, water management, water harvesting, which is very, very cardinal for our development. Third, issues of mechanization, where it has been indicated that China is offering well-priced agricultural equipment from which Zambia can benefit from. There are also a number of other bilateral issues that were discussed. The President was very, very thankful through the Minister on the help that
Street vendors in Kasama woke up to a rude shock when they found a combined team of state police and Kasama Council officers had removed their stands. Kasama Municipal Council Assistant Public Relations Manager Charity Chaiwila said the move to remove street vendors in the town is aimed at restoring sanity in the central business district. Details in the following report.
A combined team of state and council police this morning swung into action to remove makeshift stand for street vendors in the central business district of Kasama town. This follows the ultimatum given to vendors to relocate to designated trading places. Kasama Municipal Council Assistant Public Relations Manager Charity Chaiwila explained the move.
The local authority, before we implemented this exercise, we were on the ground to do the verification of the vacant stand, and we also did the head count of the vendors that are trading in the street. So today, yesterday being a Sunday was the deadline, so as early as 03 we were here to ensure that all those that did not willingly move to the markets, we enforce the law so that no one is allowed to trade in the streets. So anyone that will go against what we are doing today as a local authority, they should know that the law will not hesitate to visit them.
Kasama residents have commended the local authority for removing street vendors.
Have to move with the rule of law. It's constitutional. When you look at the local authorities, they are mandated by law to look after the well-being, cleanness of the city of Kasama. I mean, we must grow in the cleanness of the city. The markets are empty, so it's mandatory that our brothers and sisters go to the markets and fill the market.
Meanwhile, the affected vendors have opposed the move taken by the local authority. Reporting for Zanis in Kasama, I'm Jafet Munkondia.
Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo says government is committed to fighting antimicrobial resistance in humans and animals as it poses a major threat. Ms. Masebo says antimicrobial resistance threatens the core of modern medicines and the sustainability of an effective global public health response to infectious diseases. The minister said this during the React Africa South Center 2023 annual conference in a speech read for her by Permanent Secretary for Donor Coordination, George Sinyangwe. Sande Bwalia now reports.
The overuse and misuse of antibiotics has a high chance of making a bacteria resistant to medicines, thereby making it difficult to eradicate. For this reason, the 2023 annual conference on antimicrobial resistance has opened in Osaka to discuss the challenges of drug resistance and how to address it. Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo was represented by Permanent Secretary for Donor Fund Coordination George Sinyangwe to officially open the conference.
There is overwhelming evidence that the overuse and misuse of various medicines have led to emergence of microbial resistant germs that are difficult to treat. This has resulted in longer hospital stays, higher health care costs, as well as increased mortality. Effective antimicrobial drugs are important for both preventive and curative measures, protecting patients from potentially fatal disease and ensuring that complex procedures such as surgery can be provided at low risk.
International Center for Antimicrobial Resistance Solutions Executive Director gives an insight on the subject.
We talk AMR is about when you use antibiotics and overuse it, there is a high chance that the bacteria will fight back and become resistant so that the antibiotics are not effective. And this is a live and present danger in the world today, especially in low and middle income countries, which face the brunt of infections, which face the brunt of having difficult health infrastructure access issues. And therefore, when you have an infection and there's no diagnostic capability, often people take antibiotics, prescribed or unprescribed. And therefore, we need to do something about it because there's very few antibiotics left which are effective in the pipeline.
Zambia National Public Health Director also shared his thoughts.
This facilitates the implementation of the fourth objective, which focuses on the optimization of antimicrobial usage within the One Health frame. The program provides a coordination framework which aims to bring together stakeholders and partners under the One Health umbrella and cascading to provincial and district levels.
This kind of intervention by health experts and researchers will help to address the problem of antimicrobial resistance in the country and the world at large. For Zanis in Lusaka, I am Sunday Walia.
Still in Lusaka, the Health Professions Council of Zambia, HPCZ, has commended the National Heart Hospital for recording 95% success rate on surgeries it has worked on. HPCZ Public Relations Manager Terry Musonda says it is a clear demonstration that the country has competent local human resource, especially that the hospital conducted over 60 operations within the country. Mr. Musonda was speaking in an interview with Zanis in Lusaka. He said previously all operations were conducted in different countries, which was expensive for most patients. He said heart surgeries are complicated, and for the country to carry such operations speaks volumes that the nation is improving access to quality healthcare services. The National Heart Hospital commenced heart operations 2 years ago.
You are talking about heart surgery here, very delicate, very sensitive. And when you have such a successful rate of 95, I think it speaks into one, the competence of the local staff. When you talk about enhancing the quality of human resource locally and what they're able to do, I think that speaks volumes to that. These are operations which have been done locally, not outside. And I think as a nation, we should be proud, even as a regulator, when we talk about the fact that we can have competent human resource. I think this is a testimony to that. So we want to commend the National Heart Hospital for the hard working, for the competences, for the commitment. And I know that when we talk about such surgeries to be successful, it starts with the least person, if you may call it, up to the lead surgeon up there. So we commend the whole team for the teamwork, and I think it's a source of pride. As a regulator, we can only encourage them and also urge other practitioners to look to them as models.
Still on health issues, Chitokoloki Mission Hospital has called on well-wishers to assist decongest the health facility. Acting nursing officer James Chisanga says most patients are lying on the floor in pathways because all bed spaces are occupied. Jennifer Mtoshi has details.
Exactly 41 kilometers from the central business district of Zambezi is the Chitokoloki Mission Hospital, designed to serve a population of about 150,000 patients. However, patients from across the country and abroad flock the facility, prompting it to be filled to capacity all the time with extra mattresses on the floor. For this reason, management plans to upgrade the facility and they are calling for help.
We intend to upgrade the hospital if granted the opportunity because of the continued coming in of referrals from the various hospitals surrounding this hospital. So any support in line with upgrading would be greatly appreciated.
Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary, while on tour of duty, visits the facility.
Until when we have a better hospital, people continue coming here. So I'm here to get it for myself, to see it for myself. There are too many people, but there's no space. As a result, our people are forced to sleep on the floor.
While at the facility, he also checks on Chief Mpidi, who is admitted here.
We love you. The physical absence does not mean that we are not there for you.
Reporting for Zanis News in Zambezi District, Jen Famtoshi, Northwestern Province.
Government has built a 100-meter bridge across the Chilirabombwe stream at a cost of 1.2 million kwacha to ease accessibility for communities in Zambezi District. The 100-meter footbridge, which was built using Constituency Development Fund, will enable residents of Tazara Compound access health and education facilities in Zambia Compound, which is across the Chilirabombwe stream. Hupekile Nkunika reports that the Chilirabombwe stream gets flooded each rainy season.
This is Tazara Bridge on the Chilirabombwe stream in Zambezi District. The 100-meter footbridge links Zambia to Tazara Compound, two of the most populated compounds in Zambezi District. School-going children in Tazara Compound, where there are no schools, would have difficulties to walk to Zambia Compound to access learning facilities. It was also difficult to access health services for the people of Tazara Compound, whose nearest health facility is in Zambia Compound.
Sometimes maybe for yaroka sana chare isura bridge chare isura ame share fulisha sana kupita kwale kupita maybe mwa kuskuru maybe kuchechi bambi sometimes ngana waka skuru bari rofano kurofwa
twalela nguluka sana bani wakatuwamisha ko bridge so apapela tuleto tela nangu vene then season yaba lepita na majinga ishi kwale bafya imye njinga elwa bukaya mbokuya.
Government spent 1.2 million kwacha from the 2022 Constituency Development Fund to build this bridge.
Angupa kwa bukapa bridge nga yalo kemfulanga paisula kwale abadumendo walesa mpapa abantu mpapa munuma ewa amwabusha amulipire ndalama.
Another 200,000 kwacha will be spent to install a lighting system and embankment of the footbridge.
1.2 million that was allocated to this footbridge, which is about 100 meters, and this project was given to MECO, which is under Mpepeto Barak.
Hupekile Nkunika for Zanis in Zambezi District.
6 community projects under the Constituency Development Fund CDF in Chinsali constituency have been completed and officially handed over to the community. Chinsali Member of Parliament Kalalwe Mkosa handed over boreholes constructed at a total cost of 240,000 kwacha each and 3 classroom blocks at about 260,000 kwacha. Pamela Inambao has the details.
It is one of the 6 other CDF community projects that have been completed and officially handed over to the community in Chinsali constituency. Handing over the projects, Chinsali area Member of Parliament Kalalwe Mukosa says the increased CDF has started yielding positive results in various sectors in his constituency.
I am confident that pupils of these schools will make full use of these new facilities to improve their education and contribute to the nation's progress by achieving full and productive lives in the future. The 3 boreholes that we have drilled will therefore serve our local community a great purpose, as the residents have been provided access to safe water.
And speaking on behalf of the District Commissioner, District Administrative Officer Brenda Silwembe said government remains committed in improving the education sector.
The government, under the able leadership of His Excellency the President, has been very dedicated to delivering on its promise of improving the education sector. A notable example is the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development's recent approval of the procurement of 4,333 school desks. The desks will be delivered to all the 17 wards of this district.
Felix Mukuka is Choshi Primary School PTA chairperson. We thank you for constructing this 1x4 classroom block here at Choshi Primary School, and we still appeal for desks as this school has only 40 desks against 1,500 learners. Pamela Inamba reporting for Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
In agriculture news, visiting Chinese Minister of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, Tang Lengjian, says his government is determined to deepen agricultural cooperation with Zambia. Dr. Rijian says the cooperation has positive prospects owing to the strong foundations. He expressed confidence that the two countries are poised to achieve more. Speaking during a dinner hosted for him in Lusaka, the minister said close agricultural exchanges have brought tangible benefits to people of both countries. Speaking at the same event, Minister of Agriculture Mutolo Piri said it is gratifying to note that the two governments are working towards cementing the positive action plan in place, which is meant to promote agriculture development between the two countries.
表明了双方加强农业合作强烈的愿望。
From this, we can see the strong wish on both sides to set up agricultural cooperation.
我也受到感染和感动。往后呢，我一定在这方面尽我最大的努力，来推动我们两国把农业合作推进走深走实。
I'm deeply moved by this, and going forward, I will do my best to make sure that our agricultural cooperation will go deeper and deliver more tangible benefits.
Zambia has what it takes, Your Excellency and the delegation, to make a change and is positioned to be the breadbasket for the region and beyond. And we are determined as a government to ensure that we do just that. To this end, I wish to reassure you that the government and the people of Zambia remain committed to attaining our mutual development aspiration for the greater benefit of our people, future generations, and the African continent at large.
Government has assured the people of Northwestern Province that the prevailing socio-economic challenges will soon be addressed. Speaking in Solwezi at St. Daniel's Cathedral of the Roman Catholic Church during the ordination to priesthood and deaconate, Provincial Minister Robert Liefu said financial resources will be channeled to foster socio-economic development and improved livelihood of the people, especially in rural areas. Here's a report.
The Catholic Church in Solwezi have ordained Father Luke Chileshe and Father Felix Kasanga to priesthood. Reverend Joseph Trigongoma and Reverend Moses Chola have been ordained to diaconate. Northwestern Province Minister Robert Liefu was guest of honor.
In view of the recently restructured debt by the New Dawn government, the existing challenges will be a thing of the past, as the resources which were supposed to be paid to our creditors will now be channeled to foster socio-economic development and improved livelihoods of the people of Northwestern Province and the country at large.
Speaking during the homily of the Holy Father, Bishop Charles Kasonde of Solwezi Catholic Diocese had this to say.
At that level, we collaborate with the government. Sometimes we remind them, this has not been done, and this has not been done. Some who do not understand us, they'll say, now you're politicking. We are not. It is our mandate to help the government in the governance of the citizenry.
Bishop Kasonde advised the newly ordained to priesthood and diaconate.
Work with the people. Ngamwaitu mtu munokwebati mukabomba fyonse mukafirwa. Tukasanga nemi sanse sharifika musakrist. Pant, you will not make it alone.
The newly ordained priests and the deacons are called on bishops to continue supporting them.
The parish priests and assistant parish priests who have supported us in this journey, do not leave us alone, because our failure will be your failure too.
For Zanis in Zambezi District and Northwestern Province, I'm Hamid Hachlonde.
The United States government has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Zambia in the area of public health and education. U.S. Ambassador to Zambia, Michael Gonzalez, says the U.S. government's support of 13 billion kwacha to Zambia's national HIV response and other investments amounting to 125 billion kwacha spanning over 20 years is proof that the United States is investing in the future of the Zambian people. The U.S. ambassador was speaking in Wengwa when he graced the 2023 Luanza traditional ceremony of the Lundwe people of Chief Hamsonde in Zambezi District. Details in the following report.
This is what they are known for, issuing commands to cows. These are the Lundwe-speaking people of Chief Hamsonde in Wengwa, Zambezi District. The skill is usually showcased at the auspicious Luanza traditional ceremony. United States of America Ambassador to Zambia, who graced this year's ceremony, reaffirmed U.S. government's commitment to supporting Zambia in various sectors.
The pattern of engagement we have seen over the past 2 years is proof that the United States is investing in the future the Zambian people aspire to. The United States is committed to ensuring that every Zambian can support themselves and their family. And we are also incredibly proud to partner with Zambians to improve public health across this country. Today, 1 in every 3 kwacha that is spent in Zambia's healthcare system is provided as a grant from the American people.
Health and the education sector is the area of interest.
The United States recently announced our commitment to contribute another 13 billion kwacha to Zambia's national HIV response over the next 2 years. Over the past 20 years, these total investments of over 125 billion kwacha have truly impacted the lives of virtually every Zambian. Through the collaboration between the United States and Zambia, and most importantly, the work of Zambian healthcare workers, pregnancy-related maternal deaths have declined 30% in the past decade.
For Tourism Minister, preserving the Lokinva National Park, domiciled in Wengwa, Chief Hamsonde's area, it's his interest. While Southern Province Minister wants ceremonies to be transformed into tourism products.
Wengwa is home of Lokinva National Park, a place which is endemic of the Kafue network, of which the Royal Highness has been very, very passionate and categorical to ensuring that our livestock, as well as wildlife in this particular region, is safeguarded.
The vision of government is to develop traditional ceremonies into strong tourism products that are able to attract investment and compete favorably with other tourism products in our province.
The chiefdom expects more from the fruits of the debt restructuring deal.
I am confident that my chiefdom will further benefit from the results of this debt restructuring, as most of the cooperative partners that had suspended support to the national budget have resumed their support.
While the
traditional ceremony guest of honor is enshrined in our chiefdom strategic plan in the 8th chapter, and it adds value to the 8th National Development Plan of Zambia.
Mike Munkombwe, Zanis, in Wengwa, Monze District, Southern Province.
The Kaonde Lunda Wusense Cultural Association has donated 40 blankets to Lumwana First Level Hospital in Kalumbila District in Northwestern Province. Details in the following report.
Lumwana First Level Hospital in Kalumbila District of Northwestern Province has received 40 blankets from the Kaonde Lunda Wusense Cultural Association, a gesture aimed at supplementing government efforts.
This is the first one we are doing. We hope to do more as days goes on. The funding is basically from ourselves as an association, from our monthly contributions.
This association was duly registered on 19th May 2021. It was birthed to enhance tribal cousinship between the Kaonde and Lunda people, as well as other tribes that practice tribal cousinship, with the aim of strengthening inter-ethnic cultural exchange and be able to unite members beyond Northwestern Province.
Health personnel are elated, more especially that the donation is from members of the same community.
We really appreciate that your first step is the Ministry of Health. And we also appreciate the mindset which is there now, when it's not the people always asking themselves, what is government doing for us? At least you've changed and you start asking, we should be asking ourselves, it's, what am I doing for government? And we appreciate that it's just as coming from the children of the soil, giving back to their community.
Shilika Chabalingula, Zanis News, Kalumbila, Northwestern Province.
And in sports, Commonwealth gold medalist Muzala Samkonga's participation in the World Athletic Championship, scheduled for Budapest, Hungary from 20th to 27th August, is still doubtful. Zambia Amateur Athletics Association General Secretary Devson Mungambata says Samkonga has been receiving treatment from 3 medical doctors from Germany and the United Kingdom, who confirmed that the process of healing is going smoothly. Speaking in a telephone interview with Zanis, Mungambata says a physiotherapist from the United Kingdom is scheduled to attend to Samkonga on August 15th to make a final assessment that will ascertain if the athlete is ready to compete in the tournament. Samkonga got injured after he suffered a hamstring injury during the Diamond League in Poland last month. Meanwhile, Mungambata disclosed that 400 meters sprinters Nidi Mingilishi and Patrick Nyambe's participation at the World Athletics Championship has been ruled out. If Samkonga is cleared by doctors, he will join Roda Ndlovu in representing Zambia at the World Athletic Championship in Budapest. Mungambata revealed that sprinters Nyambe and Mingilishi missed the final World Athletics compilation for Budapest after their qualifying times were overtaken by athletes from French-speaking countries who competed in the latest qualifying championships. Southern Province Minister Cornelius Mwetwa has called on Southern Province Football Association of Zambia to explore the province in search of abundant talented football players in rural areas. Ms. Mwetwa says the province is well placed to grow not only in football but different sports disciplines that can make players compete at any level. The minister was speaking at the first ever Football Association of Zambia Provincial Dinner Awards Gala held in Choma. Kostak Mudenda covered the event and brought us this report.
they have taken to the dance floor. This was at the first ever Southern Football Association of Zambia Dinner Awards Gala to appreciate the efforts of football administrators, coaches, and players. Southern Province Minister Cornelius Mwetwa graced the event with a call for enhanced collaboration between the provincial administration and Southern Province Football Association of Zambia.
It gives an opportunity to the young people, not just for the promotion of health living physically, it gives them an opportunity to generate a decent income for those who may succeed. We look forward, therefore, as provincial administration of the Southern Province, to working very closely with FAS Southern Province so that we can see how to collaborate to ensure that we get to a greater outreach.
Southern Province Football Association of Zambia chairperson Francis Hafwiti is happy with the progress made to the next season.
What we have done in Southern Province is to have 18 teams of Division 1 Zambia Province, 36 teams of Division 2 Southern Province, meaning Zone A 18 and Zone B 18. And these teams give us the 54 for men teams. And then we have also coined the 18 teams of Division 1 Women Provincial League.
Award winners are yearning to do more come next season.
I'm so excited that I've been awarded the best goalkeeper in Southern Province. And I want to say thank you to all those who have supported me.
I'm so excited to be awarded as a Southern Province top scorer. It wasn't easy.
I feel so excited because this is one way of motivating people in the province. And you see, because of this, a lot of coaches will work hard.
Costa Kimudenda, Zanis, in Zambezi District, Southern Province.
Well, that item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. Makassa University students riot. Government constructs 1.2 million kwacha bridge in Zambezi District. And Commonwealth gold medalist Sam Konga doubtful of Budapest World Athletic Championship participation. Well, that is all we had packaged for you on the news on behalf of the entire news production crew. My name is Henry Himonde. Join us again tomorrow at the same time for another edition. For now, it's goodbye.